Hello guys, Susanna here. You're probably wondering why I've got this array of stuff here. Well, I've been challenged by Terry Rankin from Rankin Studios to do, I've got a little list here, 10 crafty questions challenge. So she got me inspired to do this. I watched her video and it's really nice to learn about other people. I know that Gail has done this and a few other people as well. So I'll just thought I'd give you something to look at and what inspires me, and I might even show you a few little bits and pieces along the way, just so that you're not I just wrote them down roughly on a bit of old bit of paper. So I'll just start with question one, and I'm going to link these questions below, and I've got to tag a couple of other people. So I'll put all that information in the description below. But here is some of my favourite craft supplies and bits and pieces and what I'm passionate about. So my name, it starts the challenge. Question one is, what is your name? So my name is actually Susanna Louisa Hendrika. It was Venema. So Susanna Louisa Hendrika Venema, and then I got married and it's now Easdale. So that's a generational name, which was my mother's name, my grandmother's name, and I think it skipped a generation, and then it was my great-great-grandmother's name. So it's a real generational name, and I've got 2 boys. So I'm hoping that one of my children will have a daughter, that maybe they can pass it on, but I don't think that's what they do these days. So there you go. It's quite a long name. How did you come up with your YouTube name? Well, I used to do have my own business in selling tea, which was called The Vintage Blend. And because I had the Vintage Blend Facebook page, and I had the Vintage Blend email and all that kind of stuff, I thought I'll just get rid of the and do Vintage Blend Studio for when I started my YouTube channel. So I originally started doing art videos when I first started, but then well, it's a question I'll get answered a bit later down the track. I got inspired by Nick the Booksmith and learned how to do journaling and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's how I got onto the junk journaling world. What is your favourite craft? Well, I like a bit of everything. I've done everything over the years. I really do love painting. Like, I love mixed media and I love painting and all that kind of stuff, but I really enjoy journaling too, but journaling was something that I fell upon that helped me to use all the giftings and stuff that I've done over the years. I've done quilting, and I've done sewing and doll making and folk art and floral arranging, anything you can think of. I used to teach for about 18 years at our local church. Once a month we had about 80 ladies get together and we taught craft, and so I've taught everything. Yeah, so but this sort of combines all the bits and pieces that I love that I can put into journals and stuff. So okay, what is your favourite place to shop for craft supplies? I'm very lucky where I am. I have got an absolutely gorgeous Gail's Patchwork Emporium. She's actually online, so if you Google Gail's Patchwork Emporium, which is Gails, so beautiful. Like, she sells fabrics, but it's more than that. That's why it's called an emporium, because at Christmas time it's so beautiful. You just go in there and go, I'll have one of everything. Sells beautiful laces, fabrics, patterns, just everything. It's just so pretty, and like motifs. And I've also got a Kazar Craft, which is not very far away, which is only being here. I used to have to travel to Geelong, which is about an hour and a bit away. But then probably about maybe 4 years ago, we got one here. I was so excited. So that's really good. I also do a lot of thrift shopping. And now that my husband is a manager at our one of our local Salvation Army op shops, I'll be able to get in first dibs at some of the good stuff. So be on the lookout for that. I'm very excited. I was so excited when he applied for the job and he actually got it, so that was really good. So they're probably my main ones. I really do love going thrift shop shopping, and because I'm a big believer in using what you have. You know, and also Spotlight I go to get all my, basically just to get the glue and all that kind of stuff. So top 5 YouTubers. Well, it's a bit hard to just pick 5. Like I said earlier, Nick the Booksmith was one of the first ones that I got into. It was creating like junk journals for beginners, so I learned how to do the pamphlet stitch and all that kind of stuff with her. So she was one of the first ones that, and I'm sure she's like the mother of junk journaling. I really loved Wendy's Journal Adventure too. She taught me a lot, like about different stuff, and she's such a lovely lady. I love Artie Mays. She is sort of like me, likes the mixed media and started in doing art journaling and all that kind of stuff, but she sort of puts her arty stuff and then does that in the I got Willowing Arts and Jane Davenport, just a quick mention. They were one of my first lots that I liked, because that's where I did a Willowing Arts course and did that. Vemera's Vintage Garden with Debbie Ann, Joy Diffie, A Little Shabby Chic, and Firefly Studio with Gina. So yeah, I really like some. I've learned a lot from them. I've got plenty of others which I love. I love watching actually my own subbies. So you know, like Nat Williams and Jeanette Dawkins and Journals by Jeannie. I've got some of my subbies. Jenny Apple. I've got that I love watching, because I love watching that I've inspired them to do things, and I see some of myself in some of their videos as well, so which is really, really nice. So and I like to support the guys, because I was lucky enough to get support by Wendy and some of these other guys, and Gail as well, when I was struggling and new to the game. So and they connected me to their channel, so I was really lucky with that, and it's such a beautiful community. I love it. Okay, now, so many questions. Number 6, my favourite colours. Teal. I love this colour palette, actually. This is probably some of my favourite colours. I really love pastel-y colours. I love teal and pink. Yeah, I just love all those sort of colours. This sort of colours in here. This is a Laura Ashley. That sort of colours. These are really soft, pretty colours that are probably my favourite colours. So being an artist, you can't just pick one, but if I have to pick 2, it'd probably be teal and pink. But I love a bit of everything. You can't just pick one when you're an artist. It's like picking your favourite child. My favourite craft tools, what I've got here pretty much. Can't go without the glue. This is just craft glue. My Yoo-Hoo glue stick. My Distress ink and oxide, my Walnut Stain and Vintage Photo is the ones that I use. My scissors, both paper and fabric, and my watercolours. I love Jane Davenport watercolours. What else? My Crocodile. Just you know, my sewing machine I don't use much these days. It's mainly to do around the borders. I use it for paper instead of fabric, unless I do a fabric journal. So there you go. So that was my favourite craft tools. Where do you get your love of crafting from? It's hard to say. Like my grandfather was a really good painter. There was actually a lot of arty. We're very big into the arts in my family and on the venomous side. So I'd say my ability to do art and everything comes from my father's side. But my mum, I really enjoyed doing crafty stuff. Like she sort of love making tissue boxes and reusing old cards and making new ones, because she was thrifty like that, so I probably get that from my mum. Yeah, so it's probably something that my sisters, I learned to do cross stitch and all that kind of stuff from my sisters, so it's something that's been, I don't know, just in me, I suppose. I've always loved it. I love creativity, and it's just something that is in my family there, where we all play or sing. So we very big in the arts in our family. So when did I start crafting? When did I start crafting? Oh, there you go, when I was young. Probably my very first thing that I ever did was drawing. I love colouring in. And that's what I love about Jane Davenport. She said, you know, she loves to inspire people, because we all love, as a kid, picking up crayons and pencils and all that and colouring in, and it's something that we lose down the track, but I just loved it. I loved drawing, and I just stopped for quite a number of years and just did quilting and all that kind of stuff, and it's only probably been in the last 5 years that I've re-picked up doing my art. Yeah, and I always said that it's something that I'll do when I get a bit older, so I'm officially old now. Yeah, so it's been a while. It's just something that was in my family just when I was a little kid, started drawing. So it's just something that was natural and I really enjoyed. Now, what has been my favourite craft so far? How can you pick one? My goodness. Mixed media, yay! Yeah, I really do love to draw. Like, that's something that has been with me since I was young, and I really enjoy drawing and just using colour. And that's why when I did quilting, it wasn't so much the sewing. I'm not really that keen on the sewing part. I loved picking all the fabrics and working with colour. So that's probably my bigger passion. And that's like with doing, excuse me, the journals. It's working with the colour. I'm not really much of a journaler. I probably journal more a bit like Joy Diffie, where you just write a little bits and pieces and then grab, you know, bits and pieces like your favourite picture or just a saying or, you know, something like that, so it's only really small. I really love collaging. So my favourite time of the month is when I do my seasonal art collage page, which I'm going to be continuing on next year, because you can do a bit of everything. It's sort of the journaling, I can do a bit of mixed media with it, but I just love cutting out pieces of paper and putting them in and doing layering and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, sort of not really an easy answer for that question. And I think that's it. When did I start? What has been my favourite? There you go. So I'm just going to say who I'm going to tag. I'm going to tag Nat Williams with her YouTube channel is Nat Williams, and also going to tag Jeanette Dawkins from Crafty Dork. So and I may even tag Jeannie Morton. I found her on Facebook pages, and I did a journal swap with her because I just admired her work. It's really beautiful. So she's only really new to YouTube. I've been encouraging her for a while to do it because I know that she will do really well, but she's still at the beginner stage of learning how to do all the overhead and you know, the filming. So I know that can be quite tricky when you first start out, but she's getting there. So yeah, Jeannie Morton, which is Journals by Jeannie. I think that's, yeah, Journals by Jeannie. That's her YouTube channel. So I'll list out the questions in the description below, and hopefully this wasn't too boring. I thought I'd give you something nice to look at. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and also a big thank you to Terry Rankin from Rankin Studios. Maybe go check out her channel too, for tagging me in this challenge. I think it's a great idea to learn about a little bit more about the people that you are following and listening to, that we are more than just a a little voice behind a screen, and you learn a bit more about our passion. Okay guys, thank you very much. I will catch you, and I'll continue on with my gnome journals. Thanks for watching guys.